Today, I had the absolute pleasure of sitting down with Ash Johnson, an absolute entrepreneur in Brisbane, operating 3 businesses from batting cages to a concrete company and even a gym. Let's see what he's got to say.
My name's Ashley Johnson. I'm the Director and Construction Manager at QR Concrete, Managing Director at the Ballpark Courtside, and Director of FitStop Hamilton. So QR Concrete is a concrete placing business, been around for 35 years. I've been with the business for 15 years. Started sort of at the bottom, very quickly worked my way up and done a lot of self education outside of work and just kept pushing for the next step. The owner approached me to take over the business, and we worked on a succession plan along with his son Jack, who's my business partner now. Yeah, the FitStop, that was not on my radar. I joined the gym last year, started training there, loved it, and I could just see it being really mismanaged, and I could see the coaches, the member base is really becoming so disengaged, and it was a shame. I could see the writing on the wall. And yeah, it closed, and I approached the FitStop CEO, and we worked on bringing it back, and that was a challenge, buying the business off the previous owner. Yeah, it was rebuilding it, but it's worthwhile. We've reopened, we've got a really good team. I run that with my fiancée Sam, and it's good fun. It was a bit selfish. I wanted my gym back. I wanted to be able to train every day. And it's a really good community, so I wanted to bring that back for everyone as well. The ballpark. It was a concept that me and a mate very loosely came up with camping 4 years ago. And it was Benny that said, what do you reckon about baseball batting cages? And I was like, yeah, man, I used to play baseball. And then we really got stuck into it. We came home, we started having meetings every week or so, and it was right when it started COVID. So 2 guys from construction, we're never going to get finance to start a hospitality venture, and it was COVID. So we kind of let that be. And then, last year, I was kind of at a point in my life, I've been busting my ass in QR Concrete for 15 years, just massive hours, and it consumes me. And Jack and my business partner, we took on the business a couple of years ago, but we got ISO certified, we got lots of really good systems and processes, and it didn't need us 40, 50 hours a week. We always need to be present and a part of the business and available for it, and I just can't sit still. So Christmas time I met up with Benny, and I said, mate, I'm going to do it, are you in? And he was like, yeah, sure, man. But yeah, we made the most of it. We're really proud of what we've built, our brand, our mission, our business model. We're pretty stoked. You don't just turn up to a job and you're ready for that job. Any promotion, no one's ready for that promotion when they get it. There's no better way to learn to get in the deep end, you know what I mean? And I put myself in positions in the business. And I guess I was fortunate that, the owner that ran the business when I started, he'd been on it for so long, he was tired and over it, and I could see that. So I took the opportunities to step up, and I literally just made myself the operations manager there. I was like, mate, someone needs to be running this business. There needs to be a face. If you want to be there, hold it. It was always just about revenue. That's what we learned. But, we actually revenued 10 mil less last year, but we were profitable. And so just changing that mindset of scale and growth, we were twice the size maybe 3 years ago. But, we figured out it's not about revenue for that business. It's not about scale and growth. It's about taking control, producing quality, and eliminating waste and waste of man hours, waste of product. I guess the other good thing is, we're lucky there's 3 of us in the business, and I think it is fun doing stuff with other people. You can go and do it on your own. I could have done this on my own, but would it be the place it is? Not a chance. 3 minds is better than one, and having really good debate and discussion, and we work well together as far as 1 or 2 of us might disagree with something, but we can have a really good discussion. But one thing is for sure is we will have a decision at the end of that discussion and move forward. What's the challenge? Managing people, that is the biggest one in any of the businesses. You get really busy, and you start to accept a bit of shit because you need people, and people but had a reminder, because you start getting a lot of really disgruntled people where one person gets away with it. So I've had to really step back into that, holding everyone to account. But like anything, no one turns up to work to be sure they do. But sometimes they just need a reminder, hey, that's not acceptable. This is what we accept. You know that. We started doing business planning for QR Concrete probably about 4 or 5 years ago. So there was no business plan. It was just, again, that's something we learned, right? And found our strategy, and that's what we stuck to. We tweak that every year, but bare bones of that for that business is pretty straightforward. But we tweak it as far as minimum, maximum values, who our target clients are, mainly our industry. So from 4 or 5 years ago, we're very education focused. A lot of schools getting built. Now in more industrial, civil-based projects. The ballpark, 100%. We did a business plan, and it was interesting though, because we had to keep changing it. Like first it was, we had a plan, but we didn't have a venue, so we didn't know what we would, how many batting cages we could fit in, how many pool tables, and what was the demographic to the areas. But funnily enough, we actually fucking nailed it from what we thought, and we did everything super conservatively, pretty well hitting that, if not more. So there's some tough days where you feel like the world is against you, and you've got clients that are, no matter what you do, it's not good enough. Then you might get a day of some really ordinary feedback from consumer at the ballpark, and then you might have a few membership cancellations at FitStop. You just got to remind yourself, this is today, and not just right off the day. It's all good. Just deep breaths, and yourself work through how you're going to resolve each one of these, and just do it. And then you go to sleep. I don't have any mentors. I guess I've had some influential people through my life, and like anything, you take good bits of info from anything. It's like when you go into a training course or something, you're not absorbing all that information, but if you can take 1 or 2 key pieces out of it, I think is brilliant. And I've had some people that I've been around in my life that I've, morally or ethically, I think what that person does is fantastic. How that person conducts himself in a meeting is outstanding. That's how I want to replicate. I don't have anyone that I can just go to for advice or that, but I've got a lot of good influences that I take bits and pieces from. So as far as advising anyone on taking the plunge to go and have a crack at their own business, work in a business and understand the fundamentals of a business, whether right or wrong. So if you're in a really poorly run business, learn what not to do, and if you're in a really well run business, learn what to do. But get some exposure to the operation of a business, and then go and have a crack. So I think as long as you're comfortable with whatever I put into this, I'm happy to lose it. I'm happy, but if I lost it, it's not going to ruin me. I'll go and do something else. Can you get your head around that? Go and give it a go.